Ooh, we got some good, juicy confessions here today. Just sit back, strap in, listen to some of the awful things people are doing, but they're getting it off their chest here today. It's therapeutic, right? You can text them into us, 877-979-WRMF. You can email them to us, or you can use the WRMF app. Like we got with this one. This happened 10 years ago. And they said I did something unethical for a friend who had a vasectomy and he didn't want his wife to know. His wife had gone through extensive tests on why she couldn't get pregnant. And then she asked him to take a fertility test. He told the doctor, you know what, I get stage fright. I can't do it at your office. Can I take the specimen cup home and I'll bring it right back? And they're like, yeah, sure, no problem. So he had me meet him at a gas station in the bathroom in Miami. And I did my thing, filled up the cup for him. And then he rushed it back to the doctor, and the results came back the next morning that he was normal and didn't have any issues getting a woman pregnant. Looking back, I feel bad helping him do this, but luckily, he and his wife eventually did get divorced, and I sincerely hope she found Mr. Right to have children with. How about that, huh?
Oh, damn. Shady.
Dang. That's crazy.
Better be careful messing with that kind of stuff.
What happens if you feel really bad and you are sorry? Are you just screwed from the karma gods?
The karma damage is done.
Well, I think the worst part's the guy that had the vasectomy. I mean, he's lying and getting his friends to do things they probably don't want to do, and you put them in a bad situation, and they, made a bad decision to go along with your diabolical plan, but ultimately it was your idea.
Everybody is wrong in that one. All the dudes. Imagine that. All the dudes did it wrong.
I know, Kevin.
Yeah.
I know. You hired her.
Yeah. This confession says, I do social media for a very large corporation, and I am always responding to the nastiest comments all day long.
Damn.
So sometimes after work, I log into my troll account, and then I abuse the customers right back to the real a-holes.
Good for you. I love it.
It's the little things that help you get through the day.
It is a victimless crime.
I'm all about troll kicking.
That's hilarious.
Mm-hmm. This confession says, I was a nanny for an awful family that had two equally awful kids. The kids had a pet rabbit that they abused horribly.
Oh.
One day, I volunteered to take the rabbit to the vet. I told the vet what was up, and he wrote a note that the rabbit had cancer and had to be euthanized. So I took the bunny home. He turns 8 this summer.
I mean, that's a great move.
That's a good story.
You saved the rabbit.
I know. Any animal lover would do that. And I think any good vet would be like, I have no problem writing you this that we had to euthanize this poor animal.
Absolutely.
The only thing I would say is imagine somebody lying about it. Maybe there was no abuse going on. The vet goes, well, I'm going to write this note, and you just took the kid's pet, and there was no proof of it. You're just taking the person's word. How does the vet know?
Yeah.
The vet probably could read and say, okay, this person's sincere.
Oh, so what did Dr. Doolittle?
Well, and if the thing is, if the vet examines the rabbit and it has injuries that are consistent with what the stories are, it says, what is this rabbit going through? This animal's clearly being abused.
Yeah,
and they say, hey, here's what's going on.
Rabbit injuries.
And then he probably knows the family because they probably brought the rabbit there before themselves.
They're douches.
And so it's on record that this family owns the rabbit. He's like, what are they doing to this rabbit? He's like, well, I'm the nanny, and I can tell you what they're doing to this rabbit.
There's a lot of what ifs in your rabbit scenario.
The vet, the nanny, they're on the right side of history.
You have to investigate. You can't just take. I'm not trying to argue, but you just can't take someone's
What are you,
rabbit.
pro bunny beating?
I think all the
all.
context clues were there. This guy probably saw it. He probably knew how awful this family was.
You hate rabbits.
I'd imagine these are sensible people, and they made a good decision that you'd be like, yeah, you did the right thing. It sounds like they did. I could see how they came to this conclusion and why they did it.
I agree with you, Kevin.
Oh, thank you.
I'm just saying, you got to investigate. Oh, yeah, my neighbor's hurting the rabbit. I got to go, blah, blah, blah. Okay, take your word for it.
How many rabbits have to get hurt before you'll finally say something?
I love rabbits. You know me. I'm a rabbit lover. They used to call me Rabbit Pennington.
I never called you that.
This text confession says, my roommates came home from the bars and started blaring music on the TV via Spotify and woke me up.
Oh.
But instead of going down and having a confrontation, argument about it, I just logged into the router remotely and repeatedly rebooted it until they gave up and went to bed. That's a good way to do it.
Diabolical and brilliant.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous combination.
We just got this text and it says, I'm on vacation with my friend right now, but I'm starting to get sick of her. I'm contemplating faking COVID so we can go home early. Wow. Okay. Is that the
when you're
move?
stuck on vacation with somebody and you're not jiving them, there's the worst ever. I don't judge you. Fake that COVID, girl.
There's been a lot of people, in my opinion, who have faked COVID.
Just do it.
so.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Okay.
Well, I've talked about doing it.
And I think there's been a lot of people who faked lies about rabbits. I'm just going to be honest.
Yeah.
5 days with no people sounds awesome. 5 days of isolation. I think we could all use a little mind clearing.
This confession says my mom once stopped me on the way out to a party with a bottle to check if it was actually water. I'm like, yeah, of course you can check, because it was water. Water to put in my tiny bong I had hidden in my bag.
Oh.
Okay. Smoking out some bong water. Somebody else sent in
Smug.
smug.
Kevin loves it because it's smug.
That'll be fun if you spill it. Oh, you bong water.
Somebody else texted in and said, I secretly read and reread all the motions my boyfriend submits to the courts for his ongoing divorce. His estranged wife is so bat poop insane that it's fun to read it on official court documents. So I guess she's sucked up in the drama.
You better, if your man is going through a divorce and you're just believing everything he's telling you about the divorce, you're dumb. You better read those court documents, because sometimes they try to say, oh, my ex-wife is crazy, and he's really the crazy one.
He could be lying.
He could be totally lying.
There could be some kind of like a weird rabbit scenario he's lying about.
She could be beating the rabbit.
Yeah. That sounds like a euphemism for something.
Beating the rabbit.
Oh, how's your rabbit doing these days?
My rabbit's fine.
This confession says, one time in 6th grade, I farted so loud that the entire class heard. But everybody blamed this other kid and went along with it. And I even blamed him too.
Oh.
The kid insisted it wasn't him. And then he never lived it down.
Damn.
Only reason it stuck to him is that I'm a girl.
Yeah, man, when you deny too hard, people really...
That's a tough way to go. So because she was a girl, like going, I couldn't clearly have come out of her. And it did.
Do you regret that?
This is kind of like Denny's story. Remember how he talked about the one kid got labeled that threw up, and then the one guy, he didn't poop in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I think Denny's did. And then, but
the other guy got blamed.
The other guy got blamed, but then I think a couple of weeks later, that same guy threw up in class, and everyone's like, "Oh, clearly it was him. He threw up. He's gross."
Yeah, his name was Ralph, and a week later he threw up, so it cemented the fact that he definitely pooped in that bathroom.
Then name your kid Ralph.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. I was like, wow, I dodged the bullet on that one.
And everyone thought it was him.
For the rest of the year. He never lived it down. It sucks.
Oh, it's terrible.
It's amazing.
Poor Ralph was tormented by it.
That's a tough year for Ralph, man.
Where's Ralph today? Probably under a bridge somewhere.
Yeah, poor
You
Ralph.
hope he's making millions,
You
right?
hope. You hope that Ralph turned it around. Can we Google him? What was his last name?
Funny his name was Ralph. Like Ralph.
I know. It wasn't looking good from the beginning.
Got another confession. Says, my wife decided that we should watch porn together for the first time. I had to Google porn and pretend like I didn't know what I was doing. I don't know. How would you even find porn?
Where
Let
do
me
we
see.
look for this?
Google PORN. Okay.
What is this? Pornhub? Never heard of. Pornhub? How do you say it?
And finally, got another confession here. It says, when our daughter was little, she tried to get my husband's attention by calling him by his first name. It often came out as Fat Prick instead of Patrick. I rarely corrected her. You imagine a little kid yelling that.
You fat prick.
Oh, man.
Hey, Fat Prick. It's Patrick.
Oh, my gosh.